Hi, it's the 12th of September 2018 at 1:45 p.m. I'd intended to go a certain way with this video. I was going to talk about monogamy versus polygamy, which is a subject that's interesting to me, and I think it's there's something there. I don't know what it is, but what's happened is a course of events have occurred recently, and I've something's come to mind that's really interesting, and I'd really like to start discussing it and opening your mind to it. I started yesterday, and I made the comment. I spoke to a few guys in comments, and I said, "No, don't worry about narcissism. It's a thing of the past." And you can just imagine what the responses were. Yeah, like, all right, sure, sure, it's a thing of the past. No, trust me, no, it's a thing of the past. I think there are a few doubting Thomases there. But what I'm basing that on is I remember that movie War of the Worlds. I think Tom Cruise was in it. Where the aliens invade Earth and they cause all sorts of destruction and mayhem, and they kill everybody, and it's just clear the whole movie from memory was just about how we're totally stuffed, by these aliens. And I've always sort of thought, I draw the analogy with that and feminism and our situation and what have you. That the narcs have got us. They've landed. We are totally. We've got nothing. Just like Tom Cruise and all his friends in War of the Worlds. It's just. It's not like he could get out a gun and shoot them or anything else like that. No, they were wholesale slaughtering everybody, and that's just how I feel about men and guys. I don't think there's any doubt about that. It's just we're on the back foot. But I've always thought that I don't know. I've always, I guess the thing that's given me hope is this movie War of the Worlds. And I just had a hunch. I've always had a hunch that it's going to end up like that. Because in the movie, War of the Worlds, it goes like this until the very, very end. And just before the credits, just before it says the end, they have a dialogue written, that apparently, if those of you who remember the movie, the aliens were dying from the moment they set foot on Earth. Yeah, sure, they were savage and they were destroying everything, but they were actually dying because they couldn't handle our microbes, our germs and environment and what have you. Their immune systems were just not developed. They couldn't handle it. So the germs and the greeblies just were destroying them. While they were destroying everybody else and killing everybody, they were actually, dying themselves. So, after they just died. And that was all there was to it. Which I suppose made sense, but it always struck me as a funny ending. But more importantly, I've always thought of it and kept it in mind that nothing ever becomes so powerful and so all-encompassing that the other party just lose perpetually and continually. So that's always given me hope, something to hang on to. But I have to be honest, I've often wondered, what could possibly destroy narcissism? It's indestructible, or it seems to be. You can say anything, yep, it's total denial. No, I'm not a narc. No, not a narcissistic bone in my body. No. And I can look at you straight in the face because all of the psychology, it's the same as alcoholism. No, I'm not a drunk, I'm not an alcoholic, don't be stupid. So you get all those looks and that, all that, all the tones, all everything with it. And try to remember, narcissism is a mental disease it's not just a recent phenomenon, it's been going on for millennia. So it's built. It might have started off with just hypocrisy, but over it's added and got stronger and stronger, like aliens. Okay, and it's indestructible, right? So there's no point. So when I say narcissism's going to die, everybody goes yeah, sure. Yeah. It'll be like telling all the people who are getting invaded by aliens, don't worry, this will be all over shortly. As they're killing and destroying, yep, we've got this. Yep, don't you worry about our, you don't know it yet, but our little germs are in there killing them. Yeah, They don't kill us. They don't, you know, they can't handle us. They'll kill these people though. Yeah, so I thought, well, yeah, how is this going to happen? But and there's something I've always known, that you can never pick the future, really. You can pick trends. You can say, yeah, I think it's going this way, or going that way, or going some other way. But you can't. You don't actually know. You can't draw a picture and say the future's going to be like this. Because something always, a wild card comes up. Something changes. And the first clue I got of it was cars, self-driving cars. That was only a couple of years ago I first heard about them. I thought, well, there you go. That was a bit like computers. Like, how did the computer know how to spell that word? You know, that's what it was like with computers at first. I mean, that's nothing now. But that was big news when computers first came in. My God, it can find a word in my letter. Wow, that's clever, isn't it? I mean, that's how advanced they were back in 1985 or something, 86. Yeah, but that was big news. And wow, isn't it clever? How does it know how to do that? And then just imagine my surprise when I heard about, yeah, cars can drive themselves. Right. Oh, yeah, well, I expected that. Yeah, everybody used to talk about it. Yeah, cars will drive themselves in the future. I don't think I ever spoke to a person that ever thought that. Heaps of people, hover cars. Hover cars are the future, aren't they? Yep, we're going to have hover cars. That, even in my day, yeah, hover cars, that'll be the future. Nobody was talking about self-driving cars. Look, in all honesty, it makes sense, because a self-driving car is probably the step before a hover car. Because I can't imagine, too many people. Yeah, it's like giving millions of people their pilot license. You're going to have some accidents. Yeah, so it's probably a step. The next step will be hover cars, yeah, and it can be controlled. The car drives itself, and blah blah blah. But that's the point was that, yeah, that was my first look. I thought, yeah, hover cars, not hover cars, sorry, self-driving cars, and that led to other thoughts. And lately I've become a suck up. In all honesty, I'll tell you now, I had to. I got a video pop. Oh, been about a week ago. That's when a video pops. That means one particular video suddenly, just out of the blue, people, it worked for people. You liked it, and it ended up being promoted by YouTube and what have you. And I went, oh, wow! It's the second time it's happened. The first time I didn't know it happened very quickly after very soon after I'd come here. But this one I thought, no, I'll look into this. So I researched it a bit, and that's when they told me, it's a video pop. And so I looked at a couple of these guys that help you create a better channel and whatever. So I looked at what they were saying, and they were really saying what you do. The video pop is irrelevant. It's what you do afterwards that determines whether your channel is going to grow or not. So okay, yeah, fair enough. And then they go on to list what you should do and how you should change things. And you've probably seen, for you guys that have been around for a while, you've seen me, put up thumbnails, for example, and I'm putting more in the description. I'm putting more in tags. I'm adding it to playlists, and that's just what they tell you to do. And the difference is phenomenal. You're basically exploiting your luck. I was delighted to have some luck. But yeah, you tend to think, okay, if the algorithm likes that sort of title, then I'll do similar titles. And if it likes that, so in a sense, you start looking at what the algorithm wants you to do. This is what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I became a suck up to the algorithm. And frankly, I like it. It's good. I mean, it's all spelled out. I mean, I've heard that it'll, take views and do all that sort of thing. There's a negative side to it, I guess. But on the positive side, it appeals to me, because if I do all the right things, I get promoted the next day and the day after. I'm not waiting for a 6-month or a 12-month review. No, next day. As soon as I start doing the right thing, yep, bang, yep. And, I don't have to compete against, going to talk to the boss about blah, 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 and I'm competing against the guy that just went in before me and lied his teeth out and told the boss what a wonderful person he was, and, lied and deceived. No, I don't have to worry about that. He is running his own race, running his own business, and looking for your business, for your attention. Okay, so essentially that's all mirrored in the algorithm. So I thought, yeah, okay, this is really interesting, and it's just so I thought more and more and more, and I got to thinking, the algorithm is all seeing, all knowing, omniscient. Oh, sounds a bit frightening, but after a while, then you start thinking about it. You think, yeah, look, it'll know whether it would know what sort of lighting I have. Like I've got a light off there, I forgot to turn it on, and it would pick that up. It will know if I've got green screen coming through. It'll know what quality of my sound is. It'll know all of this. But it won't only just know that technical stuff, it'll know all of my thoughts. It would record all of my comments. And it would know my response to comments. It would know a lot about me. My God, it would know everything about me, because over time in all my comments and all my videos, I'm really describing myself. I'm really up here just giving away all my privacy. It's not like, I fill out a form or something. I'm giving it all to YouTube. They've got the lot. I guess they can trade it, sell it to somebody else. Everything there is to be known about me. Oh, it's a bit of a frightening thought, but then this is the new world. This is, and I was thinking about it. Oh, no, this is interesting. Because really, if you do the right things, and I've always sort of seen myself as an honest person, and I want to do the best thing. For example, I don't hate women. I don't dislike. I look at this channel more as a sociological sort of observation, of which we're totally caught up in. Where it's a little bit like, me making observations about what the aliens are doing. Yeah, now they're doing this to us. Now they're doing, and so you guys want hope. I want hope, so I offer hope where I can. That maybe it won't always be this way. But see, the algorithm would know that. It would know. It wouldn't be like one of the judges in Canada, where you're saying this but you're really that. It doesn't think that way. It would know. That they are not going to turn the algorithm around to be manipulative and in a narcissistic way. Because they really, at the end of the day, they want you to sit there. They want you to be happy, and they want me to be happy. Let me explain that. Yesterday, or was it the day before? I can't remember. I had a terrible day. Absolutely shocking day. The power was out. And 4 hours. I had videos to get up, comments I wanted to do. It really put a hole in my day. Really, really. And made me realise just how important having the power or internet is. Because without it, it's just like dead. Yes, sunshine and that sort of thing, but so much of my life is, centred on, what's happening in here. So when I finally came on, thank God for that. And every time I boot up my system, I get all my notifications, and that's all the responses from comments as well. I see all of them usually, at least the last one or two videos, and not all of them going back. We just, So that's why I only really respond to the last couple, because I get all of the notifications, and I try to respond to as many as possible. And the first one, was a classic, a real barb from a narc. I think you're a bloody idiot. Oh, you're great. Okay, thanks. Yeah, and it really got to me, because I was in a bad enough mood already. Plus, my internet was being a dick, and I wasn't saying, great. So anyway, the next one came up, and this one was different. So this first one was just, and the next one was from a guy called Punk Rock Secrets. And he started his comment off with LOL, and his comment was a rebuttal to a claim I made in the vid that women weren't always this way. Look at the war years, they would have been different. Everybody was selfless and just was everybody was doing stuff for the greater good. And Punk Rock Secrets goes LOL. Yeah, what about the French women French women? They, as soon as the German soldiers came in, they went straight over to them. I smiled. I thought, well, okay. to be honest. I haven't really thought this through and thought, yeah, you've got a point. And I mean, he very cleverly, and this is the whole point I was trying to make, is, yeah, he started with LOL, yeah, like, yeah, what about this? And did it in a good way, I thought, and he's evoked in me this sort of, yeah, okay, well, you got me there. But it's his nature, the way he's done. And he's not only kept the relationship good, yeah, but he's got a shout out for having a very valid point. Yeah, what about the French women? They went straight over to the Germans. A lot of them did. So he not only keeps a good rapport with me, but he gets a shout out, and deservedly so. He rebutted a point. I hadn't really thought it through or anything else like that, but yeah, he'd rebutted a point, but he'd done so in a good human way, and I thanked him for it. And this got me to thinking. I thought, given that I'm in this sort of all suck up mood and that sort of thing. And, eventually you get to fairness. I mean, I make no secret of the fact that, it's not easy being a content provider. Why should we, like we've got to do the right thing for YouTube. What about us? Why don't we get protected, against comments that we don't really want? You speak to any content creator, they don't like getting trolled. It's for whatever reason, it's like you should be able to handle it, that sort of thing. Yeah, well, we can't. And we don't want it, and we don't want it. And best thing is, YouTube knows it, that we don't want it. And YouTube want us to be happy, because if we're happy, we come up with good content, we're in a good mood, that sort of thing, yeah, we keep you happy, because that's what you're getting, happiness. You're coming here for whatever reason, happiness or whatever. Yeah, so if somebody upsets us, then they're going to shut them down. No, think of it like this. You've got a bar, right? You own a bar. You got all these good customers all laughing. You got them all laughing, getting on together. You met this person, that person. You got to go, and you get this arsehole comes in, causes trouble. Doesn't spend much money with him, just causes trouble. Upsets you, upsets your customers. What are you going to do with him? Do you want him? When he upsets the people, and you see your clientele walk out the door and go home early. Do you want him? No, you're going to shut him up somewhere. You'll probably toss him out in the street. But, YouTube can't toss you out of your house. But they can toss you out of the platform. They can gag you. They don't deplatform you or anything else like that. And the reason I know this is because I went looking for the first guy's comments. I couldn't find them. I don't know, and I tried it a couple of times and I clicked. It's happened to me a couple of times. I couldn't find them, so I went looking all around the place, and we've got a page. The creators have got a page for comments, and you go in there, you got all the comments from all the different threads. So that's typically where I go, to answer comments, because otherwise I'm just starting vids and everything the whole time. I don't want to be doing that, so I just go to the comments page and talk from there. But this time I've never realised it before. It's got a little category there, likely spam. Oh, what's this? So I clicked on it. Oh my God, Father. It's actually like, and there's all these comments from the channel. I thought, because I remember Emily was complaining that what happened to her comment. So I don't know, I haven't done anything. That was a few days ago, or a week ago or something. And she was there, she was at quite a few places. She was right in there with all the bad girls. Filthy dumpster whore, for example. Anchor baby had several comments in there. But there was not only that, was all the good guys. Anybody who'd put a link in the comment and that sort of, they were in there as well. It wasn't spammed; it was just likely spam. And so I thought, this is different. So I had to go through and enable all the ones that let them out of jail. Yeah, you too, filthy. I'll let you out as well. Anchor babe, yep, all your little... Yeah, so it really got me to thinking, I couldn't find this other comment. And I thought, well, maybe YouTube just deleted it. It was just a negative narky comment, so they just did delete. And I thought, well, gee, that's interesting. I couldn't find it anyway, so I thought I'd probably just delete it. Oh, that'd be good. Pity that just doesn't delete it. I don't see it at all. I'd be happier. And I'll probably do that. But I got the feeling that it's just experimental at this stage. Yeah, because, you know, some days, you know, there's heaps of, you know, in spam, other days there's not. And it's just, it feels like they're just toying with it. Trying this, trying that, trying something else. But I thought about it and I thought, wow, this could be the beginning of something that none of us had imagined. None of us had thought about. Just so simple, so logical. That, yeah, that if you come in here and you want to be heard and you call people bloody idiots and tell them they're wrong and stupid and that sort of thing, yeah, you're just going to end up in a spam folder somewhere. Yeah, because your comments won't appear. In other words, your views won't be aired. So in a way, your narcissism is going to be killed. It's just not going to be allowed out. It'll stay in the dark recesses of your mind. Yeah, and for those, you know, that put on this lovely smiley, you know, appearance for the outside world, but really underneath it all and inside the privacy of their own lives, their own home, their own mind, yeah, nasty little narcissists. Yeah, your days are numbered. Yeah, because what's going to happen is you're going to have to move in this environment. And the algorithm's going to know. It's going to know you. It's going to know everything you've said. It's going to know if you're making fake accounts, because it's pretty simple. Yeah, it's same IP. Yeah, chances are it's, yep, that's you. So you're going to end up in the spam bin. And it's just going to know everything about you. It's going to know, you know, you go and comment on different threads, different areas of YouTube. It's going to know everything. And if you go and upset everybody, it's just going to spam you everywhere. It just won't exist. And so then you, just as a viewer, will find yourself, if you want to be part of the community, you're going to find yourself having to amend your ways and become an open, honest person. You'll have no choice. Oh, unless you want to switch your computer off and go and play with the oldies, you know, who are slowly dying in front of their TV sets. But if you want to remain current and stay with your peers, which you will, yeah, then you're going to find you'll have to change. Yeah, what you've learnt from parents, grandparents, or, you know, friends and what have you, you know, little narc tricks that you can get away with and make everybody miserable. Yeah, well, they won't work in here, because the all-seeing, all-knowing algorithm is going to say, we don't want that here. I mean, you can try and trick it. I mean, I know some smart people out there, and, you know, you'll be able to trick this algorithm. But the point is, you'll be up against whole rooms full of people, very smart people, who are figuring out ways to get you. And stop you doing what you're doing. And they'll know, look, you might not think it's possible, but I can look at comments now. I've seen so many. I say that guy will be from Australia. I go, click, click, yep, sure enough, there he is, from Australia. Yep, he'll be from Canada. Click, click, yep, sure enough, he's from Canada. Yep, he's from UK. Click, click, yep, sure, yep. I get it wrong on occasion, sometimes. But yeah, it's just, yep, that's just me as a human. Yep, he's from such and such. Yep. Yep. And you don't think they're going to be able to get software to do exactly what I'm doing? Think again. Yeah, they're just going to look at you and go, no, click. You won't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that. We don't want that comment on YouTube. Do you think it's going to bother YouTube that your comment's not shown? No. Do you think YouTube are that stupid? Are they going to entertain your narcissism forever? No, that won't happen. No, because I know it's taking money away, because people just, stuff that. You know, that bloke just upset me, I'm going home, we'll go and watch TV or something. Go on. YouTube aren't going to want that. And they'll write into the algorithm, they'll tweak it until you just get extinguished, expired, finished, dead. You'll be alive physically, yep, you'll be able to drink coffee and have ice cream, do all that sort of thing. Mentally, you'll be in a straitjacket. So all of your little tricks and all of your you know, nasty little ways that none of us like will all amount to nothing, because they'll be just useless. It won't exist in it. You can try it outside. Now, you've then got the other problem, that if everybody else is sort of under this new all-seeing, all-knowing algorithm, and having to amend their ways and become, fake people. Let's call us, well, I don't know whether fake, but I mean, just a different attitude. Instead of being negative and nasty, we're upbeat and trying to support one another and sort of. And if the more and more people are being promoted to do that by the tech giants, then you, as the old-fashioned narc, living back in the the dark ages, you're going to find yourself isolated. Eventually, you'll sort of burn away like a witch. And that's unfortunately what will happen. So this is what I was trying to say. Narcissism will die. It'll be killed. Nothing is ever allowed to become so all-powerful, except for the algorithm. And eventually it will be killed. But in the meantime, it'll become very, very powerful. And it will be it ruling our lives. So I don't know. Is it a better to be ruled that way, or which I guess I'd have to say is fair? I mean, because when I look at it, I think no, well, I'm just not doing things like when I went to promote my channel, I wasn't doing tags properly. I wasn't putting a description in. I just sort of look. Sometimes I didn't comb my hair, but it's just. And I gave up. I thought, well, no, it just sees everything. It knows everything. So I better just do everything I've got to do for it. So what have I got to do? You do this, do that, use thumbnails, yep. I just do it all. Just do exactly what it wants me to do. It wants longer videos, a longer video. Well, I'll just have to learn to do longer videos. That's all there is to it. That way I get more watch time, more promotion, blah, 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 blah. So I'm just doing everything it's wanting me to do. But I've been, in a sense, I've been very lucky. And this is what I'd like to talk about in the next video. For those of you who have been around, for the last 6 months, you'll know what I'm talking about with the diagram that I've been showing. And it's funny that, in a sense, that diagram was a precursor to what's now happening with the algorithm. If you think about it. And in my next video I'll put it up again, and I'll show the newcomers to the channel what I've been talking about. I'll discuss it a bit. I'm sorry to bore the older guys, but I think in the context of how the algorithm's changing, you might be able to look at it and think, yeah, well, it makes sense. See what has happened in the last 6 months is I haven't got any anarchy, the last 3 months I suppose, and I said in many vids, I haven't got any narc comments. Very pleasant, very easy. That's helped me give up drinking. That's helped me be a happier person because I haven't had the comments. And then as the channel's expanded, the comments have come back again. But I don't want the negative. It's hard enough getting coming up with new material, interesting material every day to do it. And I don't want it. But in the next video, I'm going to talk about. I'll put the diagram up again to explain to the newcomers how it relates, how I think it sort of runs a parallel, and and for those of us on the channel, it was very pleasant. We all chat and there was no fighting, no argument, no narky comment. It's like a really happy bar. Everybody coming in, have a bit of a chat, sort of after work sort of thing. It was like that, and so we didn't have any strange. But now the bar's grown, and we're getting a few stragglers. But I don't have admins. I don't want admins. But YouTube will be the admin, and it'll do it via the algorithm. But as I said, I'll talk about that in the next video, and try and link it in with how I think the algorithm works. Anyway, it's been good talking to you, and I'll talk to you shortly. Bye.